The Brent Thomas affair did not end with the High Court ruling that described his removal from Barbados as an abduction. Instead, the case has raised deeper questions about who authorized the operation, how regional security resources were used, and whether attempts were made to obscure the truth. Multiple news outlets across Trinidad and Tobago have continued reporting on the unresolved issues surrounding the incident. At the center of the debate is a critical question. Who authorized the aircraft that transported Trinidad and Tobago police officers to Barbados and returned with Brent Thomas? Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith stated publicly that such authorization could not have been granted by the Commissioner of Police alone. According to Griffith, the use of a regional aircraft associated with CARICOM IMPACS or the regional security system would require government-level approval. In simple terms, the Commissioner of Police did not have the authority to deploy such a resource independently. This raises a serious question. If former Acting Commissioner of Police McDonald Jacob authorized officers to travel to Barbados, who authorized the aircraft? Several possibilities arise. Was the authorization granted by then Prime Minister Keith Rowley? Did it come from then Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines? Was it approved by then Attorney General Reginald Armour? Or did a permanent secretary within the Ministry of National Security authorize the arrangement through administrative channels? At present, no clear answer has emerged. This uncertainty has led some observers to raise the concept of plausible deniability, a situation where layers of authority allow senior officials to deny direct knowledge or responsibility if wrongdoing is later exposed. Whether that occurred in this case remains unclear, but the absence of documentation has increased public concern. One of the most troubling developments involves the disappearance of the state file on Brent Thomas. Reports initially suggested that the file, reportedly held within the Ministry of National Security, could not be located when the new administration requested it. That file would likely contain communications, approvals, operational instructions, and possibly the chain of authorization behind the operation. Then conflicting statements emerged. Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander stated that ministries do not maintain criminal investigation files, and therefore there was no missing file. However, Defense Minister Wayne Sturge later confirmed publicly that a file connected to the matter was indeed missing. This contradiction raises an important question. Does the file exist, and if so, where is it? Because if that file contains communications between police leadership, the Ministry of National Security, and regional security agencies, it could reveal who authorized the operation. Without it, determining responsibility becomes far more difficult. In response to these unanswered questions, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has suggested the possibility of a commission of inquiry. Such inquiries can uncover the truth in matters of public concern, but they also come with high financial costs and lengthy timelines. There may be alternatives that are more efficient and less costly. One option would be for the Police Complaints Authority to conduct a special tribunal-style investigation. Another would be a joint select committee of Parliament with the power to summon witnesses and request documents. Such a committee could call testimony from former Prime Minister Keith Rowley, former National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines, former Attorney General Reginald Armour, former Acting Commissioner of Police McDonald Jacob, permanent secretaries within the Ministry of National Security, and senior officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and regional officials from CARICOM. This approach could reduce costs while still achieving the central goal, establishing responsibility and preventing this from happening again. Because ultimately, the Brent Thomas affair is about more than one man. It is about protecting constitutional rights, upholding the rule of law, and ensuring that when the power of the state is used against a citizen, it is exercised lawfully, transparently, and with full accountability. This Brent Thomas fiasco should never happen again.